Peace and love tribe. I hope everyone's doing good. Let's do a reading for the collective. What does Spirit want us to know today? The weather's so rainy and misty. It's my favorite weather. I love it when it gets like that. So Spirit, what do you want the collective to know? Okay. Loosen your grip, coping mechanism, density, addiction, let God in. So this is what our card is talking about today. I think Spirit is just driving us to a space of healing and just monitoring what our coping mechanisms are. You know, sometimes we do things as an escape, and we find ourselves being into this repetitive addiction cycles. It could be self-medicating, it could be consuming alcohol, it could be consuming drugs, medication, or anything like that. Loosen your grip and face what it is that is forcing you to use all these unsafe coping mechanisms. What is it that you're running away from? Some Spirit is just calling us in to loosen our grip. And here we have the earth pulse of the mother, slow down time in nature. So part of loosening our grip is just earth pulsing, grounding ourselves, pulse of the mother here, slow down. And I just want to, this is another call to just remind us that you are not left behind. It's not the time yet. So slow down, loosen your grip. This is not a race, and if things are not happening exactly how you want them to, go back to the drawing board and just remember that you can manifest just about anything. So if the things that you want are not happening exactly how you want them to, that means you are not being intentional with your manifestations, and you are not fully within the presence of doing this. Remember, it's not only about saying those affirmations, it's about believing what you're saying it with conviction, and just wiring your whole nervous system into believing what you're saying is to be true. And if it's not only but just saying, but also the feeling, introduce the feeling of already having whatever it is that you want. So if it's you want to release the coping mechanisms, the toxic coping mechanisms, you say it out loud. I'm healing naturally. I do not need any coping mechanisms. I'm facing my shadow. If it's something that has to do with shadow work, I'm facing whatever that is that I've suppressed, that has pushed me somehow to you go into addiction, or just feeling like being at a fast pace, because Spirit is calling us to slow down. The pulse of the mother earth is slowing down, and trusting in divine timing, and trusting in the time of nature. Sometimes we need to rest. We don't always have to be in this working speed. Even nature is when it's time. In winter, you don't, the trees are not doing anything, the leaves are just falling off. Even nature is. So that's exactly what the Spirit is just calling us to do today. Loosen your grip, trust the mother earth pulsing, and just trust that you are in the right lights. Say you are in the right lights. Feel as if you're in the right light, because what drives a manifestation is the feeling of. Is what you're saying aligned with the feeling? Or you're just saying, I'm rich, but at the same time, you don't feel rich. So all those things need to be in alignment. Loosen your grip. Ashe.